Everyone, this is the Dreamlight Decorista. I am proud to present my second home tour of floors 4 through 6. I'm very excited to show you all the beautifully decorated rooms and really appreciate the great response we had to the first home tour. So let's get on with it. So this is the first room in my 4th floor. It's my truly proper study. I don't know, for some reason, just the colors or the vibes. I always feel like I want to wear the pirate outfit in here, so I did, because I can. I created this room pretty quickly, and I've been pretty happy with it ever since. I love the little two desks together in the center part. I like using the centers of my room. I don't like shoving all the furniture around the corners. I like decorating, the way you would do in real life. And here you have another sort of big, large desk area. Lots of books. These gorgeous Gaston chairs, which I absolutely adore. I used to have these in more rooms. I have them in my tavern, but I had to control myself. I like anything with like horns. I guess I'm from Texas, so that shows. And then we just kind of accented with the blues and the purples and the maroons and the reds. And I used this kind of crumbling green wallpaper. I thought it was very library, give it a little feel of a bit of antiquity. So that's the library room. Let me give you the top down. Yeah, I really love this room, and it's easy to also get around to the other rooms, which is important for the central room, but still, it's like a room itself and not just a pass through. All right, next up, we'll go into our Cinderella room. This is my Cinderella Suite. This I created before I got the Ultimate Edition, which had a lot of other Cinderella themed items. But it has the lovely couches with the carriage theme, and I'm so excited to almost have my carriage in a few levels, leveling up Fairy Godmother. I created this custom rug for the room, which I also did a tutorial for. I combined some of the more traditional pieces with some modern pieces like this coffee table, and it all works really well with all this lovely pink and blue painted furniture that brings in all the tones from the bedding. And I love how these headboards sparkle. It's just so lovely. And of course, it's always nice to have a nice bench at the end of the bed, sit down, take your shoes off. And we also have the little pumpkin gourd lamps, which help reinforce our pumpkin theme. And I thought the frozen windows looked really nice in here. Just a beautiful way to bring in all the colors. And I think it really works. And all the planters on the walls. And of course, these gorgeous arched windows, which are some of my favorite in the game. I've used them on a lot of builds. And these lovely sconces. So let me show you the top down. Yeah, I love this floor too. This beautiful light parquet wood floor. It's stunning. Just has such a buttery tone to it, and the kind of butter colored walls. And this was again the best door I could pick for this. I would probably do something else if we had it. I would love to get more doors. Please, please give us more doors. But it works all right. Next up. So this here is my Moana themed guest suite. She likes to stay here sometimes when Maui's getting on her nerves. I really love this room. I wanted to do a room utilizing the waterfalls and kind of bring the outdoors in. And I love tropical vibes and I love tiki. So this was a really fun build. The tatami mat walls and this fun floor, which I used in my rumpus room. I just love the golds and plums and blues in there. And I thought it brought in these pallet bed tones really nicely. I love these hanging beds. It seems very kind of tropical and exotic. Like I'd, probably find these on a Costa Rican vacation. And of course, what tropical paradise room would be complete without like a full bar? Blended up some fun and exotic cocktails. A little planter here, lots of greenery, and I love these little tangled hanging chairs in here. I think they work really well, and brought in some of the like tiki lamps. So overall, I think it has a really really cozy, fun vacation vibe. Oh, also, I love these lights. These like woven wicker lights. I use them in my kitchen as well. They're really terrific. I love naturals, so I love decorating with them in real life as well. And of course, the gorgeous Lion King doors, which I adore. I guess that's a pun. So anyway, the next stop on our tour is my pink suite. So this is like a little studio apartment that I put together. One of my little kind of city studios. It could also be like a hotel suite with the kitchenette. That sounds like a full kitchen. I was totally inspired by this refrigerator and the stove. I was going to put this range outside of Mirabelle's house so she could have an outdoor kitchen. I thought the pink would be cute, but they don't let us put the pink range outside, which is a real bummer. So I was like, well, I made this, and so I need a room for it. It didn't fit in my kitchen. So I thought this room would be perfect. It really makes me happy, which is kind of all like the blush and plum tones and the grays and the whites, just really clean and modern. The fuzzy dining chairs and the glass table. This is another rug that I custom made with the recent update. This room really needed a rug, and I also did a full tutorial on that one. So I can put that at the end of the video if you're interested in how this rug was made. But it just really grounded the room, and I'm really excited. I like these paint splattered windows. I like them, in the rooms using the pink. I think it's really nice. Just adds a little bit of fun, festive color. So next up, we'll go to the 5th floor. So this area was a long time in the making. It used to be the most hideous room in my house. I mean, the walls and the floors didn't match. It just had all of these storage all willy-nilly. I mean, it had the little white signs, but I mean, it was basically terrible. And it was a room I spent like, second most time in besides like my living room and kitchen. So it was crazy that it sucked so bad. Then I saw some different storage videos. I saw BruhItsDwayne. Give a shout out to him and his incredible storage rooms. And I was just completely mortified and embarrassed that mine were so terrible. So he inspired me to doll it up and do what I do best, make it work. So I use the French-inspired blue and gold walls from the Ultimate Edition. These are some of my favorite walls. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they line up really well. The pattern lines up so perfectly in all the rooms, and some, as you know, some of them do not. So I put in the starry floor with this. I just wanted it to be very regal. I call it the Royal Storage Vault. So I just wanted this room to be very royal with the blues and the whites and the golds and black, a little bit of green. because I'd already made these green chests. And the celestial doors have a little seating area so you can just see all your loot, make sure no one touches it. And then, we put the different, some of them, like, everybody puts everything, like, I can't get that organized. I'm like, here's my crafting area. So this shows my crafting, some of my crafting stuff. Here's my gem area. Here's like my tree and soil area, or my branch and soil area. And then like my flowers. So I just have one flower. I'm just not disciplined enough. Just changing all of these out into these Scrooge vaults was work enough. And so I like getting around the decorating. I use the beautiful, like, Ultimate Edition chandelier, the most beautiful chandelier in the game in here. And I just think it feels really, really gorgeous, really royal. I'll show you the top-down view. All right. Yeah, I love coming to my storage now. I used to dread it, and now I love it. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I think it's so important to make your storage room incredible. And next, you're going to see my sort of Egyptian themed storage room. It's more like I want it to look like kind of like an ancient tomb. I know there's nothing Egyptian in the game, so I had to use a lot of creative license. So this is my sort of ancient tomb, Egypt-inspired storage room. I posted a speed build to this room. I also showed it on Reddit, Discord. It's been around, but it's one of my favorite rooms. I had just this crazy idea for this crazy theme. And, it's not like they're throwing like all this Egyptian artifact stuff at you in the game. So I had to be very broad in my strokes. But most of the time when I do a room that's way outside the box, or a biome or something, it usually ends up being my favorite, just because really unexpected, crazy things are created when you sort of think in a very abstract way. I try to do this in, my designs in real life, and it's very rewarding. So, and again, this is my sort of mining, metals, minerals kind of area, food, and fishes. So, and I used the torches in here because I didn't want there to be, I know this is supposed to be a window, but I consider it just art. So I just didn't want there to be, I wanted it to be very tomb-like. So I just wanted like the torches and no windows in here. But it feels opulent. It feels fun. It feels like it's been sequestered away. And then, I never would have thought in the beginning to stick like a, beach hammock inside my storage room. But then I was thinking about it. Like, I just recently paid a visit in Houston to the Natural Science Museum's Hall of Egypt, where they had a Tutankhamun exhibition about how Howard Carter first went down the tomb and how it exactly looked. They made replicas of everything. So that's what made me think of this, because it was Egypt. They would have had like bamboo, and it just kind of gives that vibe, even though it's a beach hammock. But that's the fun of it. It's the fun of abstract thinking. So next up, we'll go to my tavern. So this here is my tavern. It's another kind of ye olde inspired build. I had seen a few taverns or tavern builds on the internet, and decided when I finally got this tavern fireplace to try crack at it myself. I think it turned out really nicely. It's kind of expanded over time. I had just kind of like these plaster kind of worn walls and the wood. But then I got this other version which had the stone going up the wall to like the chair rail. And I also had the matching flooring, pretty close to matching. It's a little different, but close enough. The tones are exactly right. And so I just wanted to take it up a notch from before because I'm like, well, this is more awesome. It's got more stuff on it, more stone, more things that make it, tavern like and old timey. I also later on got these tree columns that I added. And I also added this potion shelf, which I liked better than the shelves I had here before, just with the charred wood. Has more of an old time feel. I also used these in my ancient tomb uh, storage room, but and then it's the olden days, so they got the bucket of water and the scale to weigh the money and the little hot plate and the mortar and pestle. So but still got your burgers and your Cheetos and your beer. That's really root beer, but it's the closest thing I could get to like a beer in this game as far as making one. So I'm really happy with it. Oh, can I interact with it? Okay. But I guess when they do have the fire going, you have these nice leather wingback chairs to sit and relax in front of the fire. You can play darts. You can listen to music. It's a good old time. It's a good oldie time. So next up is my sort of modern office room. So this is like my kind of funky modern office. It's the only room that's sort of fully, well, an office, but also has a lounge area. Executive, kind of like record executive realness kind of office. Use same leather chairs. I love these little leather wingbacks. I wish they had wingbacks that we could decorate. They just gave us like such basic shapes. But hopefully in the future, maybe they'll give us some cooler shapes to decorate. I'm not complaining right now. And then this rug worked really great in here. This I used to have like in so many places, but now that we can make our own rugs, I'm having to rely less and less on their rugs. This little kind of lounge area. And then, a lot of people, they'll have like a little like kind of bed, a little twin bed here in case you're working late. You just want to crash and you have to get up early and work again. And of course, the most beautiful art in the game over here to punctuate the wall. Cute little clock. I love this fireplace. It's pretty awesome. And also got this shelf from the premium shop. If I get over there. It's a little tight in here. But it looks good. I try to make sure you can always get around. In real life, I'd probably allow for a little more space, but it's a game room. But I generally try to make it spatially sound. And then this gorgeous brass and glass shelf, which is amazeballs. I love it. And yeah, I love this kind of old brick. It's kind of like plaster smeared brick wallpaper. It's gorgeous. So I thought it kind of added another one in my room. Sounded like it could be kind of urban, kind of funky and fun. But it could also be in the suburbs too. But when I look at these kind of walls, I always think of urban loft. And then, I love this little leather couch. So it's cute. It's a nice little room. I enjoy it. Now, this room is what I call my little proper banquet room. And downstairs, my only dining, I do have the dining room like in my little studio apartments and stuff, but my only like dining room for the house is in my kitchen. So it's almost like a breakfast room. So I decided to make this central room a more like formal dining room. The beautiful like periwinkle French and gold walls, very French castle. and these beautiful, gorgeous marble and gilded. These are desks, but most desks can be used as console tables too. The room's big enough for that. Just it's very royal looking. I chose to do it in like the purples and golds, and I love those tones. I got a different kind of the light wood parquet and the basket weave up here. I mean, you can never go wrong with these beautiful light wood parquet floors. I use them more in the dark floors just to kind of keep it a little brighter. It just depends on the build. I mean, if I'm doing something, a little more sinister, spooky, I definitely do the dark floors. And then all the yummy foods and the big cakes. I wanted the food to look opulent. That's why I picked this wonderful deluxe seafood platter. It's one of my favorite little foods in the game. And the menorah is just gorgeous and gold. And the red rugs from the Ultimate Edition that fit so beautifully together to make a larger rug. And I love these little chairs too. They're little gold studs. They're beautiful brocade fabric. And just lots of mirrors. You go to these places. Well, normally they'll have like 100 portraits of paintings of people from last hundreds of years, but we don't have that in the game so much. So we got our memory frame. I got some castle and bridge pictures, and I love these these pictures with these shrouds over them. I love them so much. I hated it when I first was in the game because my house was all ramshackle and sucked, but now it seems kind of cheeky and funny, so I like to use them. And nice big table for the phonograph. I wish we could actually play music with it, but it's not interactive. But anyway, this is the formal dining room. Oh, and I just got these bookcases last week. I was very excited. They are so gorgeous and incredible, and you can put them in the centers of room too and use them as dividers. Let me give you the top down. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this room turned out. It's pretty fun, gorgeous, and and it's got a good egress, having the table in the center to get around it and get into my other rooms, which we will do now. Now this room is my Ariel inspired bathroom suite. So this Ariel inspired suite first came about because I got these awesome vanities. Oh, that's interesting. In the mirrors, it's reflecting my living room downstairs. Before the update, it used to have the stairs, I think, in the plaza, leading up to that central area. And now it's showing my living room in the mirror. Must be a portal of some kind. Very strange. Anyway, so I love these. They're very hard to match. I mean, they do have I don't have the tub, but I had these gorgeous gold tubs. And these have the really cool gold pools. So I thought it would go really well with the gold tubs. And the little wall toilet, which is fun. I want to get like a great divider for here, so it just feels a little bit private, but the only one I have is the Lion King, and that's just huge and doesn't fit the theme. So for now, it's just out in the open, but it's a glamorous, fun bathroom. You can both look at the beautiful view. So it's definitely like a couple's bathroom with the 2 tubs. And then you could dry off and, take a little lounge over here. Very nice. I'm sure the view is beautiful if the windows weren't so dirty. Grab your robe. Feed your fish. I thought the fish tank, I just got that when I was doing some final touches on this room. And lastly, I could never find the wallpaper that made this room finally come together. It was always a work in progress, and I was never happy with it. And then this wallpaper came along, and I nearly fell over. I was like, this is it. This is the one that's going to make this bathroom stunningly gorgeous. And also this beautiful rug, I think from the Ultimate Edition as well. And the gleaming marble floor. This is a really nice, clean, beautiful floor. And these doors work really nicely in here because it's got the purples and everything. I kind of would make it like it to be more white. But like I said, you know, I keep begging just for a white door. If they don't have the right door, just give me a white door. That would work. So this room was inspired, of course, by this gorgeous wallpaper. I used it in a feature wall in one of my other rooms in my previous video, but it's so incredible I decided to dedicate a whole room. I wanted to make a guest suite for Mirabelle, and I was dying to use these gorgeous beds with this wallpaper. The minute I saw this wallpaper, I thought of these beds, and they are stunning with it. And so just playing with all the verdant colors, the pinks, the purples, and the greens. And so I did the big high back purple chairs, and of course these wonderful iCat lamps, as you've seen like all over my house. We don't have that many great lamps, so these get used a lot. They're really fun. And then this little fabric shelf, because it's a little creative area. I use a little sewing desk as a desk. I haven't gotten the sewing machine yet. It'd be great to make a whole like sewing room. I have a lot of the stuff. But anyway, alas, it makes a fun and funky desk. Because I don't sew, so I would probably use it as a desk. Shirt armoire from the Frozen collection. And of course, no bed is finished without a nice little stool at the end. And a lovely little seating area. And of course, these gorgeous arched windows. I was so jealous of everybody that had them. And I also did the vines. Like a canopies over the beds. I like using them as canopies, and I kind of canopied the seating area as well. And I just added these little light vines, I think from probably inspired by Fairy Godmother coming to the game. It's very Fairy Godmother. And then these gorgeous hanging wall planters. I love it because they just kind of blend into the wall because everything's so colorful. But yeah, I adore this room, and I'm wearing the Mirabelle skirt and then a shirt that I designed a touch of magic to go with it because I don't like the shirt that comes with it. It's just kind of way too blousy, and I wanted like kind of summer fun. So let me show you top down. It's a nice, simple, medium tone wood floor. I mean, when you got this much going on, you know, I didn't need crazy pattern in the rugs or anything. Just needed to let the wallpaper shine and enhance the colors. All right, and then we're going to be on to the last room in our 6th floor, my new dressing room I just created. So this room is the newest addition to my house that I'm going to be tearing all down to make into like a hotel or condo complex, since my main house right now is the big apartment building, but I like to be schmancy about it and think of it as a grand hotel or a condo complex. I'm really happy the way this room turned out. I just want it to be really soft and relaxing. I thought, you know, not too crazy much going on color-wise, so I just decided like to do like a ladies' dressing room, like the soft pinks and whites and grays, so that the outfits can kind of shine. This is another little cute little 60s groovy outfit I made. I showed in my kitchen tour last time. So I have tons of Touch of Magic stuff here because I decorated this room after Touch of Magic. So I made these armoires. These are very simple, and I do have a whole video of this room that I am posting speed build, and also all of the Touch of Magic builds for all the furniture. So there's lots of information there. So this armoire, we had like a regular white one, but I decided to do, this is like the leather texture, but you know, there's also I sold and have used a lot of the shagreen furniture, which is like supposed to replicate a shark skin, and it's just got real small bumpy texture, but it's really durable. They use that a lot in like the 1920s, and of course they don't use it anymore for obvious reasons. But the faux material is very durable, much more durable and beautiful and chic, and of course the gold hardware. And then I made this vanity out of the desk, and it's pretty utilitarian the way we had it before, but I had a lot of fun just using, like, making gray paint, doing this beautiful new pattern we got from Fairy Godmother, and then doing the gold, the brass hardware, and the beautiful brass legs. I just thought it totally transformed this vanity into something so not utilitarian. And of course I did a second armoire the same way. And then I made this rug. At first I did it with the dark gray like the walls, but it just seemed to be too dark. I just wanted it to flow a little better, you know. And I love like, you know, these kind of Berber like carpets with rugs on top of them, especially for a dressing room. You just want everything to be soft and plush and cozy. And, you know, what walk-in giant dressing room is complete without the like center island. I did like the deep drawers over here, and then I did the triple drawers over here. I've designed lots of kitchens, bathrooms, closets. I mean, normally I would have like built, you know, I probably wouldn't have mannequins, maybe one or two. Unless you have built-ins, like maybe mirrored all around here, but they don't, you know, they don't really have that. So for the mannequins, I just made it more of an open space, and the armoires kind of give that feeling. Oh, I also did this couch in Touch of Magic. I played a lot with it. If you watch the video, you'll see kind of some of the fun I was having with the different patterns, and sometimes that's learning in itself. And but I ended up going with that kind of like pink and like yellow bubble to create the fabric. So it's kind of like we have the leather on the outer frame, and then the cushions have like this sort of multi kind of pink purple tones, and then the these are hibiscus flowers. I kind of, you know, try to add them in kind of a modern and fun way. And of course these new trees that I love. I know some people have complained about them, but I just think they're beautiful, and I love the way the little petals are always falling. They just add some magic to every space. I use them in certain outdoor spaces too. So this is the room, and let me give you top down. Last room on the tour, and it's all gonna go away so I can make different, I want to do each floor as a different theme for my condo. I may keep this room because I just built it, and kind of make it work within the new theme. There may be a few rooms that stay, but most of them are going to go because I want to do a totally different concept. But I'm really pleased with this, and thank you for doing Touch of Magic on the furniture. This room would not have been the same room, and thanks for making the rug a good size. Sometimes it's too big, but I'd rather it be too big than too small sometimes. So that's my tour. You can also watch the speed build of this room, and I'm also going to be posting a speed build of my Mirabelle suite. So please stay tuned. I'm the Dreamlight Decorista. If you like this content, click the like button, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to bringing you more design and fashion in the future. Signing off.